Hello students, today we are going to study selective coatings and their types. Selective coating is the simplest and most effective method of utilizing solar energy is through a flat plate collectors. The flat plate solar collector consists of a flat base of metallic substrate. The most vital or important part of it is a multi-layered coating called as selective coatings. Its function is to trap solar energy, collect it by absorption and increase the efficiency of solar collector. An effective way to reduce thermal losses from the absorber plate of a solar heating panel is by using selective absorber coatings. Ideal selective coating is one that is a perfect absorber of solar radiation while being a perfect reflector for thermal radiation, or it has high absorptance and low emittance. Such a coating will make a surface a poor emitter of thermal radiation, while hence a selective coating increases the temperature of an absorbing surface. If back losses of an absorbing surface are absent, then the steady state conditions give solar flux absorbed is equal to thermal flux emitted. The absorptance and emittance of radiation at a given wavelength are equal. Also, a selective surface is a surface that has high absorptance for short wave radiation and low emittance of long wave radiation. It is also capable of absorbing solar radiation effectively while at the same time radiating little amount of heat. Most of the coatings have absorptance exceeding 0.95 and emittance of 0.90 to 0.95. The typical values of solar selective surface may be 0.90 solar absorption and 0.10 thermal emissivity and are used for solar collectors and window glasses. Most of the selective surfaces are composed of very thin black metallic oxide on a metal base. The black oxide coating is thick, acts as a good solar absorber with absorptivity as high as 0.96 but essentially transparent to long wave thermal radiation emitted by an object. Also, selective surface or absorber increases temperature or efficiency of solar collector. The selectivity of surface is defined as the ratio of solar radiation absorption to the thermal radiation emission, means alpha by epsilon. Then materials which are to be used for coating. There are some natural materials and compounds whose optical properties are close enough to the ideal selective surfaces. An example of such material is HFC, that is a hafnium carbide. It has a solar absorptance of 0.65 and emittance 0.10 at room temperature. This material has a high melting point, high hardness and good resistance to oxidation and low thermal conductivity. Normally, sometimes combination of material is to be used, and one of the material is a semiconductor metal, tandem copper with a layer of black cupric oxide, then silicon on metal, ceramic metal composited, black chromium and nickel plated anodized aluminum is also used for selective surface, and it is very durable, highly resistant to humidity, but it is expensive material. Then some properties of selective coatings. It has absorption over the solar spectrum, uh, which must be high. Then means 0.3 to 2.5 micrometer. When we have large efficiency or an efficient utilization of solar energy, it requires collector surfaces with the optical and physical properties. And the first property is absorption over the solar spectrum must be high. Then second one is emissivity for wavelengths greater than 2.5 micrometer must be low. Then the spectral transition between the region of high absorptance and low emittance should be as sharp as possible. The optical and physical properties of the coating must remain stable under long-term operation at elevated temperature. Then adherence of the coating to be substrate must be good. Then coating should be easily applied to collectors of desired size and shape. And finally, coating must be economical. Etc. So these are the properties of selective coating. An ideal solar absorber would be one which completely absorbs incident solar radiation energy. At the same time, it should not emit radiations in the infrared at the operating temperature, means maximize alpha S, that is absorptivity, and minimize epsilon, means emissivity, thus or so that we get a high alpha S by epsilon ratio. Then types of selective coatings. Considering only solar and long wave regions, there are four principal types of selective surface coatings. First type is one which will absorb and emit as much radiation as possible at all wavelengths, that is black body or a thick coat of black paint. And the second type will absorb a maximum solar radiation and emit as small as possible. And its example is a thin film of nickel black on polished metal substrate. The third type has a low solar absorptance and a high emittance, and its example is a white paint. And last one is the fourth type has a solar absorptance which is much higher than the infrared emittance, and its example is aluminum foil. It is the best example of this fourth type. Selective black coating are widely used We know that there are several selective black surfaces which can be used on solar collectors. The preparation techniques of some of selective black coatings which are widely used for briefly Then mostly a nickel black is used for selective coating. This coating, which is produced by electrodeposition, is used commercially in solar water heaters in Israel because the dry climate of Israel is ideal for black nickel collector applications. The metal base on which the nickel black coating is to be obtained is first perfectly cleaned and dried as per standard chemical cleaning techniques. The black coating is then obtained by immersing the substrate as a cathode in an electrolytic bath which contains nickel sulfate, zinc sulfate, ammonium thiocyanate, then citric acid, etc. Then second one is copper oxide. A black copper oxide coating on copper or aluminum can easily obtain and is widely used in solar collector industries, particularly in Australia. A method for obtaining copper oxide coating on copper substrate. Before blackening, the copper is worked to remove dirt and the oxide layer to yield a clean bright surface. It is washed in clean water and rubbed with a soft wire brush to remove gritting particles. Then third one is black chrome, the most successful and stable selective surface developed made by electroplating a layer of bright nickel on the absorber plate. Then electrodepositing on extremely thin layer of chromium oxide or black chrome on the nickel substrate. Nickel oxide coating also have been used, but they are less resistant to damage from moisture. Coating of copper oxide on bright copper and nickel have similar properties. Then production methods of coating. There are different methods for the production of coating. Selective coatings may be applied to the substrates with a variety of techniques which produce surface with slightly different optical, chemical and physical properties for each component material. The method used in laboratory preparation may not necessarily be the best for subsequent large-scale commercial production. The methods are vacuum evaporation. In this method, the pressure is reduced to about 10⁻⁵ torr and the coating material evaporated by resistive heating or by bombardment with an electron gun. The evaporant travels in a straight line as a vapor until colliding with a relatively cool substrate or a wall. For example, a semiconducting layers of selenium and cadmium telluride can be deposited on a highly reflecting thin layers of silver. Having 0.1 micrometer thickness. The thickness of absorbing layers may be nearly 0.12 micrometer. The absorptance found of the order of 0.98. Then second method is ion exchange method. The selective coatings are prepared by this method also. For example, the combination of nickel sulfide, then lead sulfide, zinc sulfide can be deposited on the substrates of aluminum and copper. The Copper sulfide layer may be deposited on copper as well as aluminum substrates, and the absorptance found of the order of 95 by this method. Then vacuum sputtering method. Sputtering is the process in which material is ejected from a solid surface by a momentum exchange process due to a high energy particles, which are usually ions of an inert gas, and the most common method of realization is by forming an abnormal glow discharge in argon. The ions are produced, strike the cathode and release material from the cathode surface, usually in atomic form. Any surface placed near to the cathode will intercept atoms from the cathode and will be coated. So this deposition is a sputter deposition. In this method, the coating material is moved from the target to the substrate by means of energetic particle bombardment. Then a chemical vapor deposition, where a volatile compound is thermally decomposed or reacts with other gases of the substrate to increase volatile and non-volatile products.